Welcome. My name is MJ Shelton, and I am a technical consultant here at AHEAD, where we are finding new ways to shift left with your application development. In today's fast-paced development landscape, organizations face increasing pressure to deliver secure applications quickly without compromising developer experience or operational efficiency. However, achieving this balance presents several challenges. Security risks in early development when organizations struggle to integrate security without slowing down progress. Inefficient and inconsistent workflows as developers need reusable, scalable solutions to streamline deployment across multiple teams and environments. A lack of visibility and proactive risk mitigation. Security vulnerabilities often go undetected until production, leading to costly fixes and compliance risks. To address these issues, our demo showcases a streamlined approach to security, automation, and efficiency using the Harness Internal Developer Platform, or IDP, which provides reusable templates that simplify complex workloads, enabling developers to quickly create and replicate pipelines with best practices baked in. The Infrastructure as Code, or IAC, module, which ensures consistency, repeatability, and scalability across cloud environments. CICD pipelines, which automate the entire build, test, and deployment process, accelerating time to market. And security scanning with Wiz, which delivers deep visibility into risks by scanning infrastructure as code, container images, and repositories to detect vulnerabilities before code reaches production. By shifting security left, which means integrating it early in the development lifecycle, this solution helps organizations identify vulnerabilities before deployment, reducing risk and improving compliance, and strengthen security without sacrificing developer velocity or agility. The integration of Wiz CLI with Harness Security Testing Orchestration, or STO, ensures fast, accurate vulnerability detection while providing intuitive workflows that connect developers with security teams for rapid remediation. Today, we're going to take you through a user story where a developer has just onboarded onto a new project and has been assigned to work on a new feature for a Spring Boot application. To begin development, they need several resources set up: a new repository in Azure repos to manage the application's code, a new AKS cluster where the application will be deployed, a CI/CD pipeline to automate testing and deployment, a Harness delegate and connector to facilitate deployment into the EKS cluster. In a traditional environment, provisioning these resources could require multiple ticketing requests and approval steps, leading to delays of days or even weeks. The process is often manual, inconsistent, and prone to security risks, as human errors in configuration can introduce vulnerabilities that go unnoticed until later stages. This demo showcases a streamlined approach, leveraging Harness's internal developer platform, infrastructure as code, CI/CD automation, and security scanning with Wiz to eliminate these inefficiencies and empower developers to self-serve secure, production-ready environments in minutes. Now let's dive into the demo and see it in action.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Callahan, and I'm a technical consultant at AHEAD. In this demo, the developer navigates to the IDP templates page in Harness, where they can select a predefined software template to kickstart their project with standardized configurations and best practices. Today, we'll focus on an AKS cluster, though EKS is also available. The developer starts by naming the project and the Azure repo. We'll call our app Client Planet. As you can see, the developer selects their ideal configurations for the Spring Boot application, adding the versions and dependencies that they need. After assigning the repo ownership to the platform engineering group, the developer can review their selections and click Create. From there, the Start-a-Kick pipeline automates everything. Instead of waiting on a ticket approval and manually setting up environments, the pipeline handles infrastructure security and deployment in one smooth process. Let's walk through each stage. The pipeline starts by creating the core components needed for development. A new repository is provisioned in Azure repos, eliminating the need to manually request one. A Spring Boot application is initialized based on the developer's inputs, complete with required dependencies for development, a Docker file for containerization, and baseline project documentation, giving the developer a clear starting point that they can easily update. The application is also registered in Harness's IDP software catalog, making it trackable and discoverable among the other components of the project. Next, the pipeline configures branch policies in Azure Repo. This ensures that every pull request requires a minimum number of reviewers before merging, enforcing collaboration and reducing the risk of bad code making it to production. Now that the code repository is set up, the pipeline moves on to infrastructure. It creates workspaces in Harness's Infrastructure as Code Management module, allowing for Terraform state management and structured deployments. This ensures that all infrastructure changes are tracked, repeatable, and version controlled. The next stage is creating our infrastructure. But before deploying anything, security comes first. Harness runs a Wiz Infrastructure as Code scanning step on the Terraform code that provisions the AKS cluster. The scan identifies misconfigurations, security risks, and compliance violations. Results are collected in the Security Tests tab, where Harness automatically deduplicates findings and provides AI-generated remediation steps. Developers can create Jira or ServiceNow tickets to track fixes, request exemptions if necessary, and set pipelines to fail automatically if issues exceed a certain severity threshold, preventing insecure deployments. This stage also provides an approval step so that the developer can review and confirm that the AKS cluster is configured correctly. The pipeline then creates the AKS cluster using the approved configuration. At this point, the AKS infrastructure is provisioned securely and efficiently, reducing the risk of misconfigurations reaching production. Now that the AKS cluster is up, the pipeline uses Terraform code to deploy the Harness delegate inside the AKS cluster, create a Harness connector for secure authentication, and set up AKS namespaces and Harness infrastructure, ensuring a structured, scalable deployment environment. This sets up everything needed for deploying and managing applications within the cluster. With the infrastructure set in place, the pipeline now creates a fully configured CICD pipeline for testing and deploying the Spring Boot application. This pipeline includes predefined guardrails, ensuring security, reliability, and best practices are enforced from the start. The final stage triggers the newly created CI/CD pipeline, setting up everything into motion. Once running, the CI/CD pipeline performs a series of automated steps. It runs unit tests to validate the application, scans the repo with Wiz security scan, searching for vulnerabilities, secrets, and sensitive data, builds and pushes the application image to ECR, making it ready for deployment, scans the container image with a Wiz container scan, checking for security issues before deployment, and deploys the application into the AKS cluster, completing the process. In just 15 minutes, the developer now has everything they need to start building out new features in the Spring Boot application, a process that can normally take days or even weeks to complete.
Hi everybody, my name is Madison Kimmerly and I am a technical consultant here at AHEAD, where we are creating quality solutions around our partners' technology to better serve our clients' needs. Wiz is a cloud security platform designed to help organizations manage and secure their cloud environments. It's known for its comprehensive approach to securing your code, cloud, and defending it from real-time attacks. Wiz provides visibility, monitoring, and protection for cloud infrastructure and applications, identifying vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and other security risks across the cloud. In the demo, we deployed a Spring Boot application onto a Kubernetes cluster. Here's an example of what it might look like within Wiz. Users can see current issues, vulnerabilities, network paths, and even see the various nodes within our cluster. Outside of our Kubernetes cluster, Wiz has a customizable dashboard where users can track open issues and remediation within their environment, as well as dig into the policies, secrets, threats, and more. Additionally, Wiz is able to connect with multiple other third-party tools to help your organization achieve their needs from their current environment. Whether it's version control, data and AI, or security and identity, Wiz is constantly building its connections to help your team's ease of use. With this starter kit pipeline, the entire process is fully automated, where developers can utilize self-service, secure environments instantly. It prioritizes security first, because Wiz is scanning for misconfigurations and vulnerabilities early, reducing risk. It's also scalable and repeatable, because every project follows the same best practices, ensuring consistency across the teams. Now, instead of worrying about infrastructure, security, and pipeline setup, the developers can focus on what matters, building features. Together, Wiz and Harness solve a key challenge of shift-left security. Using this combination, organizations can move away from a siloed approach, into one that decreases time to prod, increases visibility of risks, threats, and misconfigurations, as well as improving the developer experience.